Hey guys, it's Jessica Sinclair, and this is the official sit down with Tanya Weddemire, owner, CEO, curator, art dealer, which I love when she hashtags that because it's so strong of a statement. We're here at Industry City. We're highlighting women of excellence. This is my special feature, networking like you mean it. So welcome. Again, I'm your host, Jessica Sinclair. Tanya, Tanya, history in the same networks, cheerleading you on. I'm very big on that. Senior development queen from being on the C-suite, if you will, interior decorator, woman empowerment person. I see you, your children. You're so dynamic. I really wanted to come here today because I find that a lot of us are searching for our next big thing investment-wise. I have a community of women, nurses, shout out to you guys who want to leave more of a legacy, and not only through the work that we do, by the lovely art pieces that are behind me. This piece, I don't know, Trisha, if you can zoom in, this is by Anthony Boone, who I already fell in love with this artist just by walking in, and I just felt different sensations. Tanya, I want you to introduce yourself to my audience, who you are, how did you get here, and what's your why?
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much for having me. It is truly an honor to sit down and talk to you about my why and the journey here. My name is Tanya Weddemire. I am the founder and curator of Tanya Weddemire Art Gallery, which is located here in Industry City. The gallery has been in inception since 2022. It was my full completion of working in corporate America, never really truly feeling honored, and wanted to ensure that it was time for me to go out on my own and do something that I love, because I feel as though if you do your passion every single day, it's not work. And art has been something that has always been in my DNA. I would say, particularly when I started working for the designer Mary McFadden in New York City straight out of high school, where I fell in love with art because I saw her major art collection and how art was infused in her design philosophy around the collections that she curated, which happened to launch 7th on 6th during Fashion Week in New York City. So I've spent time in design school, I've spent time working in the design world, loving art, and I felt like this was no other better time to do it than now.
Oh, I just got chills because you see that being around the right person could also show you different things, and to say, wait, I'm gonna pin that, come back to it later on in life. Like, look at that, this is like full circle. It feels full circle for me by listening to you. We talked a little bit about corporate and feeling seen and feeling honored, and I think a lot of people get so stuck in the surviving, like I need that check. Tanya, was there someone that guided you to say, all right, Tanya, although you're in your head, you want to leave, but what are the strategies did you learn? Did you have a mentor? Did you have a coach? I find that women of color, we don't invest in getting help to help us get to our next level. We pray about it, but we don't get the professional help. Was there anyone that can you shout out that helped you get Tanya going to say, hey, you got something, you can make an income from this? Anyone in particular right now you could give them their flowers and say, hey, they help support me?
There are a lot of people that supported me. This is not a singular journey for sure. My very first mentor, I met her at 18, Dr. Irene Murphy-Lewis. She now lives in Paris. She has been a mentor in my life since I was 18 working at Mary McFadden. She taught me a lot about how to add value, style, class, and adding grace. My grandmother, my aunts, my mom, growing up in Jamaica, you know, under some of those British rules and structure, and how to really present yourself forward. And I have to say, there are a plethora of women friends that, you know, that have come across in my life that has pushed the energy and infuse the motivation for me to move forward and to do this. there's tons of them,
Yeah.
and I don't want to miss anybody's name.
Right. In
But I'm
particular.
not.
Yeah, I love that. But you had a good community.
Yes.
Strong foundation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. My other question for you is, you know, I don't want to say you created this space out of nothing, but this honestly probably made you feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
How did you balance fear? How did you balance collaboration where maybe days you feel so overwhelmed where this is a collective, you can't do this on your own.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you're panning, Trish, that's very important. But how did you overcome the fear to get here? Because I think a lot of us are afraid to step out on faith and collaborating with the artists. How did you finesse the networking part to get this team of artists to believe in you and trust you to present their work?
I think in anything that you do, show and tell is great, but show and prove is even better.
Yeah.
So results are very important for people to see because then it becomes tangible.
Yeah.
And in the development process of researching about galleries and what I wanted to do in this space, I use social media as my platform to showcase the many different things, the many different looks, the many different fields, and what I wanted to achieve. And I honestly do believe that in able to demonstrate that, people saw that they could trust. And yes, and then I've been able to collaborate with these artists because they know that one, I'm going to take care of their work.
Yeah.
Cultural caretaking is super important in everything that I do, whether it's from where I was born to where we're going now, showcasing the work so that it gives meaning and that the artist's narrative is super important. You know, Black representation in art is very small, and as a part of doing this, ensuring that being a vital resource and representation